and I still have trouble speaking to my mum and to my sisters, to my grandma and stuff like that, because I feel as if they didn't do enough to stop me from being taken away. And it's hard. I was constantly, and I can't stress this enough, I was emotionally abused. I was abused. And I know now that whatever took place when I was in this children's home wasn't supposed to happen.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt, but I noticed a huge portion of you are not subscribed. Guys, I never thought I'd be saying this, but we are so close to 100,000 subscribers. I just want to thank you guys so much for all your love and support lately. So if you enjoy my content, then please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. It only takes 1 second and it really helps a lot. This video shout out is from Twitter. Thank you, Secret, for being awesome. Now let's get back to the video.
So it began in 2009. I was taken away from my mum and stepdad because my dad had died when I was quite younger. As a 9-year-old boy, you don't know what's happening, you don't know how to react to certain things. The only thing you feel is the emotions that you have there and then. And to be taken away from your parents that you've been with for 9 years and put somewhere where you don't understand, you don't know anyone, it's heartbreaking. And for any 9-year-old, it's going to be heartbreaking. You're not there because you've done something wrong. You're there because you've been a part of something that has broken down your family. I always knew that I shouldn't have been there and that I should have been with my family. And for me, as now a 20-year-old man who has lived through 11 years in and out of the system, it has broken my family down. I still have trouble speaking to my mum and to my sisters, to my grandma and stuff like that, because I feel as if they didn't do enough to stop me from being taken away. And it's hard. I remember I was a 15-year-old child with depression and anxiety because I felt as if I wasn't taken care of properly. But when I was in a children's home, I was constantly, and I can't stress this enough, I was emotionally abused. I was abused, and I know now that whatever took place when I was in this children's home wasn't supposed to happen. So when I first moved into a children's home, I wasn't allowed out by myself. I had to earn my freedom to be able to walk down the street. If you walked off the premises, they would ring EDT. It's a special form of police that go out and look for missing children. You have to earn your right to go out and play with friends, to go out of the garden, to go to the park, to play on your Xbox, to play on your TV, to watch TV, to be allowed into the kitchen. You have to earn your right to live your life the way you should already be living it. It's horrible. I used to self-harm because I wanted to be at home with my parents. I was a troubled child, don't get me wrong. I went through numerous behavioural schools, but to be stripped of every basic freedom you have, just saying I'm going to go down to the park, I'll see you soon. Everyone has that right as a child when they live in a home with their parents. But when you live in a children's home, you don't have that. It's upsetting. So one time I came home from school and I had been in my room for 10 minutes, and you don't really have that much stuff when you're in a children's home. And one time I knew that something had been taken from my bedroom, and I remember thinking, I wonder why they've taken it. So I went downstairs to the office and they was like, what's wrong? And I said, oh, this thing has gone missing from my bedroom. Where is it? And they turned around and said, we've taken it because you're not allowed it. Do you want to know what it was? It was a box of Lego that my mum and dad bought me. And one night I was out with my friends. I'd run off to meet my friends after being out with them all day because I was unhappy in the house. And the manager, turned around, rang me and said, no one loves you, come back home. And I turned around and said, who the hell do you think you are to say that to someone who is clearly not in the right frame of mind? To turn around and tell them that no one loves them, you are alone. Who thinks it's right enough to tell someone that's lived in care at least a half of their life that no one loves you? It's not right at all. It's horrendous how children are treated in a world where money takes place, because for a 19-year-old to live so much grief and abuse, it's horrendous. I felt like I was a source of income, because when a child moves into care, the week after, they are given £4,000 for each child that lives in that house. So £4,000 would be for the staff's wages. So I'm not saying all staff, but some staff see a child in care and see them as just a piggy bank. When you move into a children's home, you're given a room, you're given everything. You're basically given everything basic. You got a bed, you got a wardrobe, you've got a TV to watch, you've got drawers, food, clothes, everything you need. You stay till you're at least 18 in most places now. When I was in a children's home, I was there for 7 years, and in that time, only the nice people that helped you out. The manager was great, she was a great woman, but she ended up having to move on to better things. And then the manager that came afterwards was horrible, absolutely horrible. When you hit 16, you become independent, so you have to buy your own food, which is this totally understandable. You know, they don't want children living there for years and years and years without buying or paying for their own food and understanding what real money is and how they should spend it. So you were given £50 a week to pay for your own food and buy what you need and what you think you need to survive, basically. So £50 a week doesn't go very far. And as it went on, they started taking money away from me and holding it for when I went shopping. So then I'd have to be supervised. To be supervised going and buying food makes you feel horrible, because all your friends who are that age, they're going up to the shops, they're buying whatever they want, but you're walking around a shop with someone who you're going to know for 6 months of your life, and then they're going to leave just to take it away without an explanation and say, oh, we're taking it away because you're not using it properly, and lying and telling me that I'm doing something wrong with my money is wrong. You should tell someone why you're taking it away, what you're taking it away for, so then they understand. Understanding is a key part of a child. If a child doesn't understand, they're going to get upset, they're going to get angry, they're going to say things that they don't otherwise mean. But what got me through it was the friends that I had made. And then I met a girl, and she changed my life as well. She made me see that being a pessimist isn't the way to do things, isn't the way to live your life. Because if you live your life thinking that you're doing everything bad and you're here for bad intentions, then you're not going to succeed. And that's what I learned. I was always put down. You know, I started skateboarding. A member of staff would turn around and go, you know, you started skateboarding at around 16, you're not going to get very good at it. I was like, yeah, but it's not just about dreams. It's about finding something that you find therapeutic. I'm doing this, I'm happy. That's all that matters right now. And one night I was really, really upset. The day before, I had been out skateboarding with a lot of friends, and I had tried to smoke for the first time ever. The staff had found out, and they had stopped me from going out, and they put me on a one-to-one. What one-to-one means is that you're one-on-one with a member of staff. You don't have any free time. You're in the kitchen making food. The staff members there watching you. You're supervised at all times. You're not allowed to go out. You're not allowed to do anything unless it's with this member of staff. It breaks down who you are as a person, because you're not just a person. You feel like you're a prisoner, and you have a prison guard walking you around the house. I had the constant feeling of like, why is it like this? There are loads of different reasons behind people being taken away from their family. My experience was my sister had gone to school and she was playing a video game called The Sims. Everyone knows what The Sims is. And she said she was having a baby, but her teacher at the time thought that there was something else going on. So they took me to my grandma's, and then the next day they took us to the hospital. We all got checked out. My sister got checked out. I got checked out, because you can tell when there's been that type of activity going on. But they never found anything. But because they was curious of why she would say what she said, they took me away from my family. And not only do I hate what happened, it should have never have happened. I should not have been in this place. If there was thoughts that it would happen, why would it happen? You know, she's my sister. I'd do anything for my sister. I don't understand as a 20-year-old man why I've been put through 11 years of pain because someone thought that I'd done something to my sister as a 9-year-old boy. It never made sense. It never ever made sense. They took me away just on suspicion that something had happened in my family. I still think to this day, like, I love my mum now. Me and my mum talk, but back then I was angry and disappointed and upset because she let go. But for everyone who's watching, it's not just about, oh, it was my mum's fault. It's about getting through it, because nothing lasts forever. You have to understand that nothing will ever last forever. You can either forgive or you can forget. If you choose to forget your mum and dad or your parents, then that's completely up to you. But the best thing I ever did was forgive my mum, because now I have everything that I could possibly want. But it's over with. I'm almost out of the system. Next year I'm 21. When you become 21 years old in the UK, you'll leave the system. I have always felt unloved in the care system. I always will feel unloved in the care system. But life is the way it is. You have to take it as you're given it, whether you like it or not. The only thing you can do in your life is make it better, not make it worse. If you make it worse, you're making it worse for yourself. But I've got all my friends that love me, my family love me, but I don't love myself enough because of what's happened. It's heartbreaking, it really is.
Down in the description, you'll find his Discord name, so feel free to message him, but please be respectful. If this video helped you in some way, you should definitely check out another one, and feel free to join our Discord server and follow me on Twitter.